Hello, welcome to Missy's Imaginings. I hope you're doing well. I know it's been quite a while. We've had a lot going on. So the last videos posted were finishing up the Professor Snape outfit for the ball jointed doll 1/3 scale. So those videos are all finished and posted, and I'm very happy with how he turned out. And in the midst of all that, on a few Instagram posts and Facebook posts, I did show that I was working on this project because we were getting ready for a concert. So I was able to finish up the Jack in the Box hoodie. You can hear the little jingle bells. So it turned out fabulous. So this is the back of the hoodie for the Jack in the Box album for J-Hope. So we got this all done, and then on the front he has another little emblem here on the front of the coat, and I was able to get this all done. And then I had a couple pair of pants that I sewed for the concert. So it was very, very busy, and our trip to Texas was a success, and everyone that we had to interact with airplanes and renting cars and getting hotels were all so very helpful. So yeah, so that was an amazing trip, and we got back. The only downside as far as traveling is usually what can happen when you're in airplanes full of recycled air. Yes, I got sick, and so I was very sick, and had a high temperature for a few days, and then still had a fever, not quite as high for the remainder of the week. So for a full week I had a fever, and it took forever for this thing to burn out, whatever it was. So yeah, so I was at home. I missed some work, but I wasn't really feeling up to doing anything. Then in leading up through all of this, my own space here was getting more and more claustrophobic for me. My room, I have my bedroom slash, it's the master bedroom, is my room, my storage, my workspace, my sewing space, filming space, and it was just getting so cluttered, and there were some things I needed to clear out, but just the way that it was arranged was awful. And I saw some videos on YouTube on organizing your workspace, and I thought, I need to do something different. So that's the next big project I was working on, was rearranging my space, because sometimes if you can't easily access all your supplies, it's easy to put off doing any of your projects, because it's such a hassle to move all of this stuff over here so that you can get things out over here and work on it. But then you have to be able to put all that away before you can move everything back. And so I was just really getting hemmed in by that feeling. And so I thought, I'm going to take some time, and it took a couple weekends and then some evenings to get most of it all reorganized, to move some shelving, and get it to where I am very happy now in my space. And I just feel like, I can breathe. So I'm going to take you on a little tour. We'll look at the space and see what changes I've made. It might not be that big of a deal, but if it inspires you to have a more work-friendly space of your own, I hope that it can be inspiring, because for me it was just like, I can take a deep breath again. And so since the sun is up longer, I just feel more inspired. I have more room to work. And so yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So I finished that up for now. There's still a few things I need to tweak, but it's essentially done. And then we have the next project, which is going to be a shirt and suit set that I have all drawn out, but I just need to do the marker part so that I can get it posted for you guys on the website. So we'll go ahead, and at the end of the video I'm gonna get that all ready to be posted. So if you like seeing things drawn up and see those patterns actually get onto the paper so that they look nice, that's what's going to be at the end. So if you enjoy that, that'll be there. So let's go ahead, and I'll take the camera off the tripod and we'll take a look at the new workspace. Okay, we'll start here at the sewing station. So I have my tripod, I have some lighting ready for when I'm filming. Of course, my jacket's just sitting there. And then we have the white draping. So if I need to film like a finished project, I can put the machine down and just lay that across the table as always and film that. Just a bulletin board with some things I haven't attempted to fix yet. Then we move over. This is all new, so if you didn't notice this yet, because I moved a dresser over here and the back of it was all bare, I thought, what can I put on the back of this dresser to make it a useful space? So I went to Dollar Tree and got some of the pegboard panels, and I need one more rectangle to go over here. But then I just got some little baskets, and I was able to hang up some scissors and different tools. And I came into the party a little late, so there weren't a lot of the little hanging accessories, but I do have some other pegs that I use for doll shows that I'll probably dig out and put on here. Also my new scissors, which I love, are hanging up and ready to be used. Then we have just our little magnetic pin grabber, and then actual pin cushion up here. We have the mini iron. If we sweep over, we have the ironing mat and the overlock or serger machine. So that's where that is. Then I have a lot of ribbons and embellishments, some thread, and then just a little, let's see, 3-drawer cart that has some projects, ribbons, and a lot of, let's see, we'll open this up, ball jointed doll eyes in there. So yeah, so that is essentially the workstation. Then up here, just for some fun, I moved a shelf up here, so I just have fun knickknacks and some dollies sitting up here as well, and some books and decorations. Just some fun things here to look inspired. I have a toner mug here, and then a infuser. It's like a charcoal infuser, and it's just some little knickknacks, a golf cart, and a little bike, a lovely little tea set, and yeah, so just some fun. There's an instrument, and yeah, so that is the area where I film and sew. So now we'll go ahead and move on to the next part. One of the biggest things that was using up room was the way that this back corner was organized. It had a dresser back there that turned a corner. I couldn't open the drawers. It was very claustrophobic, so I changed and put the 2 baker racks together. I've got dolls on the top. I have some dolls in long totes over there. There we go. And then I've got fabric, I've got painting supplies, and more fabric down here. And then I've got fur down here, more fabric and totes down there, plus drawing materials, and then some rolls of vinyl. So I've got supplies there, but I can actually just freely walk in here and access all of this. So this has been fun. Then we have doll trunks that are full of doll things. My cutting mat is rolled up at present because I have the table folded, but then my dresser and of course the back side of the pink shelf. These are totes for carrying ball jointed dolls, so they're just sitting here for now. But then I've got a dresser, some more doll trunks that will probably get shuffled once I get things organized. So that's kind of this corner that used to come way out into the flooring, but now, especially once these trunks are moved, I'll have a lot more floor space. Then I've got my files with my patterns, and then I do have one box of vinyl that I need to sort out and move. But yeah, so now I can get around the bed easily and access all of this. Then a lot of times when I'm going to design patterns, I do actually like to sit on my bed with my drawing table. So we'll come over here and I know this is going to blind everybody, so I'll turn that off. But my light table fits perfectly on my drawing board, so we'll turn on, well, there we go. And it makes it all dark. But it's very comfortable just to sit. I've got an iPad, so I can have a movie playing while I'm drafting things, and it makes it very comfortable. And yeah, and then I can just fold this up very easily and put it to the side. Then over from this corner, I bought a new shelf that has all my drawing tools and supplies, the Dolly Doctor kits. I have a printer, and then all my resin things are organized, and some electrical and tools on the bottom. And then on the top, which made it really nice, is room, and there they are. A bunch of my dollies are just standing there. They have a place to stand that's not on my sewing table. So it makes it so nice that they have a place where they can happily stand, and they're not in the way. I can enjoy them, and I don't have to move them every time I want to work on my table. Then a little cart here that just has a bunch of videos in it, and it's sitting there for now. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at this space. If I can back up, it's just so nice. I can get around everything fine, and I can access everything and work on things, and it makes me very happy. So then we have one more corner. Okay, so now if I'm coming from where my sewing machine is, there's a TV stand with movies and books, and then I have right now the sewing table is all folded up, but behind it is another baker rack of fabric. I still have a bunch of organizational tools in a lot of these organizational boxes that I'm still deciding where I want them. I have yarn, I have a bunch of dolls up on the shelf, I've got more supplies up here, then I have a hanging rack, I've got toters stacked in the back there, I've got 2 doll cases I need to finish, some batting, and then I do have shelving with drawers and of course some laundry, but I have room. I can have laundry there because I've got all this floor space. It's just fantastic. I can walk around again. So yeah, so now if I pull out the table, then I can go ahead and access everything on this back shelf, which is really nice. And then this is just a basket of projects I need to sort. So there we go. That's that corner. The last thing I got was this hanging shelf to put on the back of the door for fabrics, some packing things. I think I have some cookies in here. I've got Ziploc bags and just a lot of the tools that I use. And that just gave me some extra storage for places where I don't have cabinetry or anything, so I can use this. So yeah, so everything is now pretty much in places where it belongs to be. So yeah, I'm very happy with how it all turned out and very relaxed in my space. So my next project is going to be the suit that Hosick wore. So we're doing a small replica type suit, and I have about 13 pages here of pattern pieces for 1/3 scale. And yeah, we'll go ahead and start drawing this all up so that we can get it ready to post on the website for you guys. And yeah, we'll go ahead and finish out the video with that. So now the outlines are all done on our set. We'll take a look at what pieces are going to be included in this pattern set. So there's going to be a couple different options for the shirt and the jacket. So we'll take a look here. So for the coat, there's an option of a full sleeve that's all one piece, as well as an option that will have a sleeve that's pieced together. So this will be the dark piece, this will be a lighter piece, and then another dark piece. So it'll be color blocked together. The front and back of the coat will be similar in that there is a one piece option for the front of the coat, or there's an option for the coat to be pieced together. So we have this, and this can be the one piece coat option. They just didn't all fit on the sheet. But there's also the option to have the back that's pieced together, light or dark, light, and then another dark piece, and then the yoke will be pieced together as well. So the coat can be pieced together with color blocking to have that tiered look, or it can all be one piece. Then we have the collar. This is part of the front facing. So I'll finish putting in the details. So that would be connected here to make sure this piece is long enough. Then we have the collar, the back facing for the coat. Then we move on to the shirt. So we have the shirt that can also be pieced, as well as the dark sleeve, or we can have the shirt that will have just a one-piece option. So here we have a one-piece option for the shirt, front and back, as well as the yoked and pieced part. Then we've got a collar for the shirt, back facing. Then for the pants, we have a waistband that does need to be assembled. Here we go. So this will be assembled to create the waistband that's long enough. Then we have some collar and back facing for the shirt. We have the pants pocket here. Then we have the pant front that needs to be put together and assembled before you cut your fabric. We have the pants back that needs to be cut and assembled. And then we have the yoke for the shirt front here for the pieced type. So yeah, so that's what our pieces will look like, and I'll just go ahead and finish putting in the details before I post it on the website, so it'll have like any instructions for assembly, and then the pieces that are color blocked together will have a little bit of instruction on those as well. So there you go. Thanks for coming along. It's been fun to connect again, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.